Hello guys, Jim from Pawoodsman channel. Welcome back to another episode. Out here where I've done some day hike bushcrafting videos. I'm only probably, I'm gonna say 200 yards from my Jeep right now. I'm gonna spend the night here. I got my 8x10 tarp. All I gotta do is throw my mattress down, and I have my fleece sleeping bag. Nothing extravagant. Supposed to be high of 82 with a low of 62 tonight, so I'll be plenty enough warm. Got my fire pit going here. Went ahead and put everything up so I can hang up my billy tan here in a few minutes, my zebra pot, and I'm gonna get the Bannock going first, and we'll see how I feel after that. I brought some ramen noodle with some chicken, mushrooms, spinach, mixed vegetables, throw in there to have as an extra meal if I'm really hungry. So, plus coffee, of course. Water's all brought in here. There's no water sources nearby. Saw a bunch of people out on their quads earlier, but hopefully they're not going to be anywhere near me. They won't be back exactly where I'm at. They'll be around, but I kind of doubt they'll be out late night. Saw a bunch of little kids with them. So, all right, got a big chunk of firewood here, just enough to cook with. I got my citronella candle here. When it starts getting a little darker, I'll light it for a little ambient light and keep the bugs down. So I'll get this fire going, and then we'll get back and start the Bannock then. All right, guys, talk to you after a bit. All right, guys, I hope you can hear me over there all right. What I'm going to do now, I got the fire going. I'll show you that in a moment. I'm going to add a little water to my Bannock. Now, since it's warm out today and humid, it may take a little less or might take a little more water. Can't remember how that goes, but irregardless, we're going to add a little bit of water at a time, and I'm going to use the bag itself that's in beneath it. That way I don't have a mess all over the place. I don't have all the flour and that coming out in my face and looking like the Pillsbury Doughboy any more than I already do. Trying to I gotta watch and conserve my water. Like I said, I'm nowhere near water, even a puddle for putting the fire out. If I would have to leave for emergency this evening or after I have my coffee in the morning. Fire tonight's only gonna be for cooking. It isn't gonna be for warmth, and it's not gonna be for light. It's warm enough out that I'm not going to have a big fire. Unfortunately, my hands are a bit sticky now. I'm hoping I just didn't screw up and add too much water to the mix. I don't think I did. out. Alright, there's my Bannock with brown sugar and cinnamon. I added some, some cinnamon to it with the raisins. So we're going to let this sit for about 10 minutes. Let it rise. I'm going to put the lid on, keep the buds and everything out. And then after 10 minutes, I'm going to hand it above the fire, let it go for about 12 minutes. Flip it. And I just remembered I screwed up, guys. I got in a hurry, forgot to add the D at the bottom, so I'm hoping I can get it before it burns. So, alright, like I said, it's the first time I've made it, so, and I'm getting too much of a rush. I shouldn't be doing that. So, alright guys, we'll check in after a bit. Show you the fire first off. It's not burning too much right now. I got to add to it since I've been doing this. Alright guys, we'll check back in after a bit. Alright guys, back again. Got the fire going pretty good there. Got the zebra pot on top, hanging off of my little level thing there going. The Bannock's in the top level of the zebra pot. So I'm using the pot itself like an oven. The heat's going to radiate up from the bottom and come up to the top. I got some holes in the top of the thing so it ain't going to over pressurize. That's what I use for draining, like when I'm making pastas. A lot of times, even with my ramen, I don't like a lot of the broth with it. I'll dump a lot of it out. So, but like I said, the fire's only going to be just for cooking tonight, maybe a little ambience, but I want to save some wood for the morning for having my coffee and maybe some oatmeal in the morning if I feel up to it, feel like it. But in the meantime, I'll give you a little tour of my campsite. Try to do this on the tripod and lift it up here. Okay. But as you can see, I got my tarp up and just did it in a simple A-frame configuration. I got my Big Agnes air mattress underneath and just my footprint off of my tent for underneath it. I think next time it'd be nicer to have the tarp along with me, so I can lay stuff down behind, alongside me, not worry about getting dirt and grime all through it. So, but the Big Agnes is set up. I threw my headspin pillow there. Just got a simple $10 fleece sleeping bag I got from, I think it was Trader Horn a couple years ago. For what it's going to be tonight, it's all I'm going to need. Might not even, I'll just use it probably as a blanket. So, but like I said, just A-frame configuration. Have it set up with my Prusik knots here with the little night irons, carabiners. Have them also on the corners. Now, I was thinking about just making states when I was out here, but to be honest, I wasn't sure what time I was going to be getting in here to start doing all this, and I said, might as well just go ahead and bring my states, which I did. So, also have my thermocell in case the bugs get really bad, but they said also have my citronella candle over there, so, and along my water. So, but pretty nice campsite. It'll be the first time I've slept out in this tarp, so got my rest of my gear over there. I said I'm gonna make myself some Gatorade here in a few minutes and get myself hydrated. It's warm. It's in the 80s today, so I just took my compass out, made a quick idea of what my bearing is back to my Jeep in case I'd have to leave in the nighttime to get to it. Like I said, it's only 200 yards, so I wouldn't have to go very far. Well, I got a brush fire going, guys, so I'm going to put that out. So I'll check back with you.